You've called the multilingual nature of our society a precious treasure, the loss of which would be a real and serious threat to the fabric of our society. I mean, how has it come to this?
Well, I think that for too long we've just taken it for granted. We just assumed, and I include myself in the picture as well. We've just thought we are multilingual, therefore we'll always be multilingual, and children will just sort of pick it up. But unfortunately, that's not been the case. And I think, obviously now we're becoming very globalized. So obviously our children are very much exposed to the English spoken in the media. We have access to television on demand. Most of it in English, a lot of it coming from the United States. So, but I don't think that is the main cause. The main cause, I think, is the fact that for very long in Gibraltar we've insisted on the need for children to acquire a high standard of English, and we've just focused on the English and we've ignored everything else. And it's quite an interesting phenomenon to watch when two adults are talking to each other in Llanito, and the moment they turn around to a child, they'll switch to English. And I see that every day. We are not doing the children any favors by doing that. We're actually de-skilling those children.
And it does seem to have happened in the space of one generation. I'm 35 and I feel that I've seen it happen myself.
Yes.
You've got quite an extensive wish list, but if you could sum it up fairly concisely, how do you see things being undone?
Well, first of all, I think it has to be a collective effort. I think as a community we need to decide where we want to go. I mean, we do not want to lose multilingualism. Then we need to act, and it has to be a collective effort. And obviously, the election wish list is aimed at politicians because they will play a crucial role as policymakers. But everybody has a role. Parents, grandparents have a particular role to play. They need to, if they want to make sure that their children grow up with the benefits of multilingualism. And I must add that we live in a world where 70% of the world population speaks at least 2 languages, in many cases even more. Young Gibraltarians are now at a disadvantage in terms of future job prospects and so on when they're competing in a global market. So the parents and grandparents, I insist, grandparents in particular, have a major role to play. But they need to be guided. They need to know how to go about it, and it has to be something that they have to do purposefully, creating a multilingual environment at home, so the child grows up with a multilingual environment.
So you've got your message here for the politicians, a message just delivered to the community. Are you optimistic that it can be changed?
I am very optimistic that it can be changed, which we've already seen changes this year. We've already had support. We've had, for example, the first year that Llanito's been included as a category in the short story competition. But there's still a lot that needs doing, and hopefully, we can all work together. Certainly, we can achieve it.